Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Okay, I've been taking it easy. I still am. And what I did is I fried some hamburger and I'm going to make a burrito. Okay, I'm coming along in the cooking, and one of the videos I watched said when you're making ground beef or mince, it is to be in small pieces, not chunks. That is gross. So I said to myself, okay, whatever you say. I always used to leave mine in chunks. I had mine gross. I hope everyone is doing okay. So today I was at the mall and I was walking along. I was walking around. I wasn't spending much money because this is the year of the extreme frugality. So what's desirable is that you could hang on to 100% of your spendable income. Can you hang on to 100% of your spendable income? No, but it would be good if you could. So I have some chamomile tea to go with my burrito that's coming in a minute. I've got to heat it up real quick. Okay, so the goal would be to save 100% of your spendable income somehow. Well, one thing you could do is don't spend any money, but you've got to have certain things. Okay, I believe a grand solar minimum is coming, and I want to address it on my channel because I noticed on some of the channels that I follow, they delete my comments. So the best way to get it out there is on my own channel. So the thing we have to do is we have to move our spending from any kind of superficial spending to food and water. And one of the things they suggest is stockpiling seeds, but you can get seeds out of your own food. This is some green beans and some squash seeds. So what I did is I just laid them out and dried them out. And then when I get this jar, I'm just mixing mine. And my garden is coming around pretty good, you guys. So in my hamburger, I put chopped onion. It could be, you know, fresh garlic pepper and crushed red pepper. And I didn't put any salt yet. And so now I want to put a little tomato sauce in here. Notice I got a new spatula. Okay, you guys, I was shopping today and I thought, let's see, I will adjust this. I will address this knife issue. So I went to JCPenney's and I said, okay, now let me take a look at Macy's. So I dug around and I was looking at the knives and I thought, and I saw a box of knives, German, and I thought, yeah, that's for me. These are the best knives ever. And there was no price on them, so I went and I got one of the clerks and I said, could you check the price on these knives for me? You know, I knew nothing. And she goes, oh, sure. And she goes and she checks it and she rechecks it and her mouth fell open and she goes, you won't believe the price. I go, well, what is the price? Because some of the good knives were like $250 and she said $679. I go, wow, those are a little out of my price range. First of all, I don't have skills to justify the knives that good, but I assume if you take care of your knives, they would last for a lifetime. Okay, and I want to put a little taco seasoning in my meat. So, okay, food and water. You want to stockpile food and water. You want to stockpile fuel because supposedly, well, you want to make provisions for fuel. I think my meat is going to need a little water. You want to make provisions for fuel. You've got to have fuel for all kinds of reasons, like driving to work. Also, you want to consider wear and tear on your vehicle. One of my jobs, I had this job, and it was a pretty good job actually, but I thought if I keep this up, I'm going to have to buy a new car. You know how many haircuts? I was working in a $10 barber shop. You know how many $10 haircuts I have to buy to buy a new car? I used to work with people, you know that hot snot in a Dixie cup who would lease cars. No, I buy my cars. I'm not saying it's not legitimate, but I'm just saying, you know how many haircuts I would have to do, so you got to be thinking about that. Okay, and the other thing is the ability to heat your dwelling. So today I was looking at Walmart and there was a clerk there and I said, "Excuse me, but could I please ask you a question?" And I said, "Do these camp stoves ever go on sale?" And she goes, "Well, not since I've been working here." And I said, "Well, how long have you been working here?" And she said, 5 years. And I said, "Well, I guess we could say the camp stoves." So the one I found, don't go on sale. The one I found was $32. And so, I just want to make sure that if I took out of my house and, my son's been watching these disaster preparedness videos too. After the blizzard on the way to Las Vegas, I think pretty much we're both, like a little bit, just we know what could happen. And then I want to mention, a lot of us read the Bible. Okay, in the Bible, there was the wise virgins that prepared, and then there was the foolish virgins that didn't prepare, and they didn't have any oil. So they went to the wise virgins, and they said, "Give us some oil," and the wise virgins said, "No." And I always thought, wow, that's kind of cold, they're supposed to be wise. But I always thought it meant, like you're full of the Holy Spirit, oil and wine. But, it could mean, no, because if you give away your food, you could starve. So this is going to make two nice hefty burritos. Okay, what this is a half a pub burger. They were 1/3 pounds, and I thought, no, it's going to be way too much meat, just for me. So what I did yesterday is I made a humongous salad, and it was enough for breakfast and lunch. So today I'm making 2 burritos. It's going to be enough for breakfast and lunch. And then I want to show you, okay, I had chamomile tea, but I like these two. Dollar Tree, 100 bags for $1, and then this one at 99 cents only, which is all kinds of assortments. So, okay, now, so, don't assume if things got really bad, someone would give you some food. What if they said, "Sorry"? Everything in history practically is documented in the Bible, so just take that as a warning to prepare. Don't be foolish. Don't say the cold weather's not going to come get us. Don't say these other countries aren't going to try and secure our food. Fortunately, they're across the Atlantic. I heard there's underground rails though. Okay, and then I'm stockpiling clothes, and I want to make mention about the clothes and the jewelry. Okay, what you want to do is you want to create markets or create jobs so that you could survive if something happened and you couldn't get a job, God forbid. So I was going on a cruise, and by going on the cruise, I discovered something. Okay, if I have to sell clothes, I want to make sure that I can sell those clothes. So what I did is I bought lace dresses, I bought silk blouses, I bought jeans, any kind of clothes that I think someone might need. Okay, now about clothes. Okay, this is some kind of real nice blouse that I bought, but I bought it for $1. What is good about this blouse is if I had a nice leather coat and a pair of slacks, say black leather coat and slacks, I could look pretty nice if I wanted to go somewhere. Or if I had, so this blouse would go with brown, black, and beige. And so I could put a nice sweater on, I could put a nice jacket on, and chances are I'm going to be able to sell this shirt when I'm done with it. And then I wanted to make a mention about, okay, the other thing I'm planning on selling, and I haven't gotten around to it, but eventually I will, is jewelry. So, okay, at one point I bought this necklace, and I really like it. And then another point, I bought the bracelet. And then at another point, I bought the earrings to create sets because, it's going to be easier to sell. And then I bought jewelry in bulk, and at one point I bought this brand new Betsy Johnson watch for practically nothing. Just like the pots and pans, I bought a whole bunch of jewelry. Now, I'm going through the pans one by one. And this was in the box, and this is a Circulon pan. And this is just like how I bought it. And so I was trying to figure out how much they go for new. Somebody had one of these listed for $69 used. Does that mean they're going to be able to sell it? No. But I noticed there are sites where people sell used pans. So if you can get them dirt cheap, maybe consider creating a market. So I have some cooking spray. Creating a market that could, maybe, give you some extra money. I paid for my Christmas this year that way. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to maintain the highest standard of living while protecting ourselves against increases in food costs. Okay, so what I did is I went under Safari and I go, well, what is the major difference between a higher economic person and a lower economic person food-wise, what they buy? And it was a real eye-opener. And the thing that is so nuts about this is this food that the higher economic people buying totally impossible for a lower economic person to acquire? Not at this time. Not at this time. A lot of things people do is because, you just don't know what you're doing, or you don't think, like me, I was working all the time. I had no time for looking stuff up on Safari. Okay, here's what a higher economic person would eat more. Whole grains, more seafood, more lean meats, low-fat milk, fresh fruit, and vegetables. The lower income person eats more cereals, pasta, potatoes, legumes or beans, and fatty meats. So lower quality food. But what I have been doing, and it's not difficult to do, is I've just been buying meat like this meat on markdown, and buying chicken breasts as opposed to, higher fat dark meat. Okay, now I want to talk to you guys about something. Whole grains. Okay, one of the things you can do is just look on the package and say, does it say whole grains? That's easy enough. 100% is better, but I bought this marked down. This wasn't horribly expensive. And then, there's this oatmeal. Okay, now. Okay. Grains are edible seeds of plants. Cereals like wheat, oats, rice. Remember last night my video on rice? I still reject not eating root foods. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, anything is a root food, is the stored energy of a plant. Oats, rice, corn, barley, sorghum, rye, and millet. Yummy, I'm so hungry. I didn't walk 2 hours today, not even close, but I did walk. And my hamburger, I mean my mince, is nice and minced. It is not chunky. It is not gross. Okay, so take a look at this. And I also have whole grain tortillas. That is only because they were 50% off, because at the time I bought them, I didn't know about this. Okay, and I have some cheese. I don't need to go too heavy on the cheese because I have quite a bit of meat, actually. And then I have some green olives. Okay, so, you know, make an effort to get whole grains. Okay, pseudo cereal grasses, quinoa, buckwheat, and amaranth. Okay, burglar, rice, corn, oats, farro, teff, sorghum, quinoa, and buckwheat. So, you know, when eating pancakes once in a while, maybe try to go for buckwheat or 100% whole grain waffle mix. Okay, so this is back to the poor people. Fatty cuts of beef, pork, and lamb. Dark chicken meat with meat of poultry with skin. That's meat. High fat dairy. That's easily remedied. Just get powdered milk, whole milk, butter, cheese, cream cheese, ice cream, tropical oils, coconut, and palm. So this is what we're doing that is killing us. 2 more, cocoa butter and lard. And I don't suggest, you know, throwing those out the window either necessarily. You know, like, how about no oil? So I buy these for $1. Okay, these are $1, and another cheap vegetable is carrots. So what I'm going to be researching is I'm going to be researching fruits and vegetables. Bananas are one of the cheapest possible fruits. I think a lot of people are like me. They were just working all the time and just not giving it much thought. I don't think it was like, I'm so broke, I can't afford bananas. What you want to do is avoid that by creating some markets. One of the best ways you could get, ooh, yummy. I'm going to have these for 2, so I'll just, 2 meals, so I'll just put salsa on 1. So here is my burritos. And one good thing about Mexican food is it's cheap. You could substitute those black beans, corn, and rice and make the very same recipe that I made yesterday. Okay, let me see if this thing is still going. It was so temperamental, okay? I like these, and I saw a video on the cooking video, and I think, let me see if there is one in here. Yes, okay. No, this is not going to work. Some of them have packages, and you can put those in macaroni and mince or hamburger. I am not rejecting hamburger. I'm just saying maybe try to grind your own meat. I grind my own meat by just cutting it in pieces and grinding it in the blender. And then I bought olives because those add a lot of good nutrition. So I think I'm just going to eat my burrito like a big giant taco. Yummy. Let me show you a close-up. This is not expensive. So by making more of an effort to get whole grains 100%, that's really going to help us. And these are my miniature almond cookies. These are yummy. You know, I was thinking, why not just make an effort to get minis? Minis are good. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.